Music. Dancing, we're dancing. Woohoo! Happy Saturday.
Good morning, good morning.
We have a lot going on today. Hi, I'm Tony. This is Josh. We're all from Cut Open Sew. He owns the place. He owns the joint. And this is Study Hall. We come every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock to talk about classes and events.
Did you ring the bell?
Oh, I did not. Of course, sorry.
You have the bell.
I had to explain it first.
Classes in session.
Classes in session.
That's the ritual.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. There's the comments coming. I was gonna say, who's hanging out with us this morning?
There's people on. We know we see you.
Fantastic. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Mary, Louise.
Whoop, whoop.
Class is in session. That's right. So we have been making new friends, which is wonderful. So I like that you're starting that introducing us. We didn't used to do that for like a year and a half now. We're like, hey, good morning. So this is what's up.
Which means we need to do it on the other one too.
I know. So the other one is every Monday and Saturday, by the way, we go live at 9 a.m. On Mondays, it's called So What's Up? And we have tips and tricks on quilting techniques. Next week, we'll have a special guest, which I'll talk about at the end. But then we, of course, dabble into some things that are happening around the shop. So that's a little bit more. We talk about all sorts of different things. On Saturdays, Study Hall, it's all about classes and events because we got a lot of them.
Always. 2
locations, 2 classrooms.
Lots of fun.
Not enough.
Not enough
for the amount of things that we want to do.
That's right.
There's not enough time, not enough hours in the day. But yeah, so that's what Study Hall is. And it's been great. So do us a huge favor. Share with your friend.
Yeah.
Hit the little hearts down below, the likes. Good morning, Denise. You are the greatest cheerleader we have.
I told her that yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, she shares everything. It's fantastic. We appreciate it. Well, you just never know. Somebody moved into town. You made a new friend at church, at a guild, in the supermarket, whatever. Who knows? Maybe they would love to hear what we're doing. So it helps us. We really appreciate it. Right. Thank you for the love.
Thanks for
you guys are awesome.
Family. Yep.
Absolutely. Hey, Lavina. Good morning.
Kiddo. She calls us kids.
She always calls us kids.
This is really fast. I just looked down at my notebook. I have nothing on my notebook.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah, we're going to wing it. I have it planned. We've got it planned out strategically.
Absolutely. Where do we start? Let's start with what's happening today so that we can get into all the kids' classes. So
I can talk about this thing.
Why do I have this gorgeous baby lock serger here? This is actually a cover stitch machine. It was the closest one to the table, and that's what I grabbed. It didn't have stuff all over it. This is actually the Euphoria. But so today it's the first ever, which is just really exciting. Baby Lock is doing a live stream at 1 o'clock Eastern, and it's called Sip and Surge. And so what they encourage shops to do is invite your customers, your friends into the shop so we can sit down and watch the live stream together. Right. And we're like, okay, that sounds great. Let's crank it up a notch. Let's do it the Cut Up and Sew way, right? So we've turned a Sip and Surge into a very fancy schmancy tea party. Beep, 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 beep. So you should see the place. Tamara was here late last night. I walked in. Wow.
It is awesome.
It's an official tea party. It's going to be amazing. So we're unfortunately, for those that didn't register, it is full.
Yep.
It's a full house. For those that are coming, I cannot wait to see you. I put a bow tie on for you guys.
They're all saying you look dapper this morning.
Yes.
Dapper-ish.
Dapper-ish. It's as dapper as I'm going to get.
That's right.
Let's put it that way.
I think it's very dapper.
But, yeah, I mean, what a better... it's funny. You Google, what do men wear to tea parties?
There's nothing. Crickets.
Yeah. Apparently dudes don't do tea parties, or at least they didn't in historical sense. So, well, thank you. But anyway, so we're going to have a ton of fun today, and it is National Serger Month. So what a way to kick it off.
That's right.
So we're going to be showcasing some of the Baby Lock sergers, and then we're really just going to sit back and enjoy and let Baby Lock do all the work. But also that's where you're going to get the best education. Right from the source. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have an amazing time. We can't wait to take lots of pictures to share with everybody.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody that spent the last 2 days with us in St. Augustine, by the way. The Bernina long arm, sit down, stand up. It turned into just a smorgasbord. That word's hard to say. Of just kind of a round robin, playing with different things. We did couching, which was probably the big hit
Really?
Oh, it was
Interesting.
insane. I had never free motion couched before.
That's interesting.
It was awesome. So thank you to everybody that came. It was so much fun. If you didn't get a chance to come and play on the sit downs or the new hoop frame, the stand up Bernina, they will be at the store. So I highly encourage you to just come and get your hands on one because they're really fun.
Yeah, I want to play with the hoop frame.
Yeah, and Adam's so fun. Thank you. He was so fun. It was awesome. It was such a pleasure to meet him, and it was cool. So if you don't know Adam So Fun, just go to Instagram or really any of the social medias and just punch in Adam So Fun, SEW. Yeah, Jinx. It was awesome. So thank you to everybody that came.
That was really cool. I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, it was fun. But today is Serger Day, so
Serger
we're switching gears into baby lock
That's
mode.
Right. Well, in Serger mode.
Serger mode. That's right.
We have Serger stuff going on all month long. You've got promotions. We've got promotions for bundles for buying Sergers, feet, anything you need for the Serger.
It is the time to get anything, all the stuff that you've been thinking about getting for Sergers. Now's the time to do it. Manufacturers are giving us deals, and then we're just going to pass it on to you guys. So we'll have more of that information coming soon because we do carry 3 brands, and all 3 brands carry air thread Sergers. Keyword air thread.
Easy thread Sergers.
Easy thread Sergers. That's even better. So yeah, just stay tuned for the actual bundles and things.
Well, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
So since we're on the Serger kick, let's talk about a couple Serger classes we have going this month. And we have more always coming up. Judy really does a lot of Serger classes. We don't forget, we have the Serger fan club and we have the Serger squad. They already met this month up in St. Augustine, but they meet every month. I think it's the first Wednesday of the month up in St. Augustine. And the Serger fan club meets every 4th Thursday of the month in Palm Coast.
Wow. I can't believe you remembered that.
Yeah, well, don't quote me. Go to the website.
Cutupeandsew.com. Click on the calendar and just confirm that. Fact check.
Yeah, there you go. Fact check me. I'm pulling it out of my head.
Yeah. You got a lot of stuff. It's hard to remember.
On some days. So also this month is Earth Day.
Oh.
What day is Earth Day? You don't know the date of Earth Day?
I don't know what today is. So no, I know I should, but no, I don't.
It's the 22nd.
Oh.
What else is the 22nd?
I think it's somebody's birthday.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
See, isn't it better that I remembered your birthday over Earth Day?
It's because I asked off. But anyways, hey, gotta celebrate you.
That's exactly right.
You gotta celebrate you. So anyway, Judy's coming and teaching in Palm Coast on Earth Day, which is April 22nd. It is Tuesday. Reusing cookie bags, candy bags, making a zipper pouch with your Serger. So even putting on the zipper by
Go a little closer to the camera.
By Serger, I think it's kind of interesting and cool. And I love these bags she picked out.
And she put those, yeah.
Now the quilting is done on her. I think that's done originally on her Solaris. So, but everything else she'll do, she'll even teach you how to put vinyl to line it or to protect it if you want it as a cosmetic bag.
How fun is that?
I think it's super fun.
Even a little one.
The baby one.
These are great. All done on the Serger, right?
All done on the Serger,
Other than
except
the
for the quilting, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to have it quilted. That's the key.
No, you don't.
And what's really
But
neat,
you could.
this one piece here, this is vinyl.
Yeah.
So it's been like a piece of vinyl she had left over.
Then show them the back of that. Look at that.
It's shiny.
It's shiny. Sparkly. Very cool. What's the date on this?
Y'all are laughing, right? What's the date on that? April 22nd.
Oh, this is... Oh. I thought she was just trying to figure out how to work in. It's my birthday this month.
No. Josh has been really going all different directions. He always goes all different
I'm here,
directions.
folks. I'm here. That's what you're here for.
That's right. This is my show. He's just here for the pretty.
I'm just holding up the... Yeah.
And the long arms. That's what you're here for, the long arms.
That's right.
So another Serger class, again, Judy, is using mastering your cover stitch. We've been talking, this is the Starburst bag. That's how I presented it. But the reality is it's really, boy, I'm all over the place.
Reality, that's really awesome.
Mastering your cover stitch. So if you have a cover stitch machine and you want to know how to layer the threads, do adjustments on it, that's what she's going to teach you in creating this awesome little bag. Again, I think the zipper's done with the Serger. Just decorative stuff, lots of fun, all done with the Serger. All that piecing that you see on the outside of the bag is done with the Serger. And there is cork on the front of that bag too. She has cork. She searched on the cork for
go to this side. Yeah. It is too cool. And she used the applaud for these decorative stitches, which we're going to talk about today.
with the wiper.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So
well, these colors are funky. This is cool.
I think it's fun.
It is fun.
It looks like a really nice fall bag or something.
Orange and greens don't usually do it, but this like almost rust sort of.
Mhm.
This is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid of zippers, and if you are, take a class so you're not anymore.
Well, then again, this is with your serger, so I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. I can't see the inside. The bags, the other ones we could.
Well, but again, going back to that, you hear me always saying air thread,
Mhm.
but easy thread. I like that even better because it's exactly what it is. Now that sergers are easy to use, all you have to do is take classes to figure out what to do with them.
Right.
The headache of sergers was always the threading. I got to tie it off because if it breaks, I'm done for. I got to take it to the technician so he can thread it. He or she can thread it for me.
Right.
Not the case anymore.
No.
Now you just need to figure out what to do with them, which is awesome. Yep. And that's why we have so many serger classes, and this month is just perfect for it.
Right. We have again serger clubs for twice a month, and both one in each location, and
Yeah.
we try to do at least 1 or 2 serger classes every month. So these are the ones coming up for April. And just so you know, that bag, the Mastering Your Cover Stitch, is in St. Augustine on the 26th at 10:30. I think it's an all-day class. So
Nice.
lots of fun stuff. So again, just always look ahead in our classes. I talk about this all the time. Go to cutupandsew.com. We have 3 now up there across the screen, we're still working on the logistics of it. Just bear with me. When you go to our homepage, you're going to see Palm Coast classes. You're going to see St. Augustine classes. And you're also going to see Zoom classes.
I'm excited about it. She goes, "Is it okay if we?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
But when you go to the Zoom class, it's just going to be like a search list. So we're still working on getting that calendar up there because a lot of our teachers, not a lot, but our teachers are slowly willing to try out teaching by Zoom. And there's a learning curve as an instructor to teach by Zoom to make sure who's ever on Zoom is receiving the right attention to make sure they understand the process. So
we want to make sure we do it right.
Right.
We don't want to just slap a camera there and then assume that it's, because if you're at home and you're not getting good education, then why would you come back?
Right.
So we need to make sure we're doing it right.
So teachers have to learn how to do that. So some of the new teachers, Carrie's going to be doing it. RJ's going to be doing it next week. I do it already. I'm pretty comfortable with it, making sure we address our students via Zoom. So we have 3 choices. So if you see a class that's in Palm Coast, but you really don't want to drive 30 minutes south, you can take it by Zoom.
And we're going to work on getting more of those.
Right.
As far as the calendar goes, just bear with us, like she said, because it's a back end thing that we just don't really have control over. Yeah. But at least it lets you know that it's coming. We've made a lot of new friends. We went to Lakeland and people are like starving and dying for AccuQuilt, but they can't drive. They don't want to drive 2.5 hours. I get it.
Right.
So we're like, fine, technology, we'll come to you.
That's right. So, and we do have an AccuQuilt. Speaking of AccuQuilt, we have an AccuQuilt class coming up next Saturday here in Palm Coast. It is after the AccuQuilt Club. Actually, yeah, a week from today. It's actually after the AccuQuilt monthly club. But what Carrie's going to teach is the basics. So you just bought one, or you just got downloaded, inherited one.
Yep.
In the last 6 months, and you're like, okay, well, it's sitting in my closet again. I have no clue. Well, Carrie's going to teach you how to. It's a lecture demo style class. She's going to teach you how to use your dies, how to protect them, how to find the information you need through AccuQuilt, all sorts of wonderful information. So I think there's still openings in that class, and where she's doing it by Zoom.
That's going to be awesome. Linda says, oh, wow, I have to learn about Zoom. Okay, Linda. So Linda,
we need to teach you about Zoom.
You especially, because you can't come see us right now. So yes, we're going to have a Zoom class on how to Zoom.
Okay.
We're not doing that. But I'm telling you.
I think that's a really good class.
It would be, but it's very simple. And feel free to call. And honestly, YouTube, how to log into Zoom, how to create a Zoom account. Luckily, well, I shouldn't say luckily because I don't like that. But one of the only good things to come out of COVID was that people were forced to kind of figure out how to communicate with the world. And a lot of that is how to shop online, how to attend meetings. And so Zoom became so much easier and so much more user-friendly. Yeah. So, Linda, I'm happy to help you. It's very, very simple. Essentially, you literally click a couple buttons.
You download an app.
Download the app.
And then click on a link and it opens the app. So it's really simple. Well, we could totally do. I love that how to do class on how to Zoom.
We could do a Zoom on how to Zoom.
Right.
Nikki has a good question.
Yes, of course, Nikki. We're working on it. So my classes are late afternoon classes, but yes, it just depends on the teacher teaching. So we'll work towards having more evening Zoom classes. So, and then did you read Denise's? That's why I love Denise.
I did.
Her birthday is her husband's birthday. My birthday.
Yeah. I did major year.
Zoom is easy.
Software
Okay.
used to support. There you go.
Awesome.
I think we just found a teacher for the Zoom class.
Denise.
Denise is like, what's happening? No more commenting from me. Yeah, we see a comment we like too much, and we're just going to hire you to come work.
We do that. All right. So
that's good.
We went totally in a different
Yeah, but in a great direction because Zoom is important.
Yes.
So yes, we're working on evening classes.
So
AccuQuilt.
AccuQuilt, yeah. So AccuQuilt's a week from today. We've got the monthly club, which is free. You can comment. It's a lecture demo. You talk about show and tell and talk about different ways to do dies. I'm working on applique dies right now. So you're going to learn something new about that. Then you stay the afternoon and pay for Carrie's class and learn a little bit more if you need the basics. It's really meant for the basics.
Which is great because so many people do need the basics.
Mm-hmm. And even in the club, they need the basics.
Yeah.
Because they jumped in the club halfway through the year.
Yeah, exactly. Or you just got it. We sold a lot of new people, AccuQuilts for the first time at the past 2 quilt shows. So I'm talking to you guys.
That's right. We need to email them.
We do. That's a great idea. By the way, Nikki or anybody else that's out there, if you don't receive our emails, make sure you go, subscribe. So I think the easiest way for them is just go to the website, right? And a little pop-up.
That pop-up's the old one. So we have to update that. I'm doing that this week.
Okay. You can call us
the shop.
And we can put you on there. Next time you stop in the shop, we can add you to it.
Facebook message us.
Facebook Messenger. Yeah, absolutely.
info@cutupandsew.com is also the other way to reach us.
There you go.
We got it covered.
There's
ways. If you really want to get our email, there's ways to find us.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure on the website, if you scroll all the way down, it says Become VIP.
Oh, on the very bottom, yes.
It says Become VIP, I believe. If you put in your information, that puts you in there.
Yep. Okay, cool. This is how the show goes. Sometimes we digress, and then sometimes we come back.
When you don't have notes, it's dangerous. I'm just going to say. I'm just saying.
So one of the things that I worked really hard on this week was getting our teachers all connected and working together. We have over 17 teachers, and we have 5 teachers that teach kids classes. So I did most of the kids classes for the summer, and that's what I really wanted to focus on today. So you guys can start signing up because they're smaller classes and they do fill up. And this year we went totally in left field, totally in a bunch of directions.
It's awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah.
So
you did such an amazing job with this, and the teachers that came forward, I'm just going to say it, so exciting.
Awesome. The teachers are the ones that are doing all the work. I just throw them ideas and they say, okay, they're good teachers.
They are great teachers. Yes.
So a couple of things to keep in mind with kids classes this year, we are giving skill levels to the classes. So while we'll still have some of the simple ones like the pillowcase and a simple tote bag, we have decided to up a scale because we want the kids from last year to come back this year, but learn something different. Not, oh, I did that already, not sign up.
And they grow their skills.
Right.
Do something harder.
Right. And, and we've also got teenagers that are like 12 and up that really want to have a little more involved sewing classes as well. So we really try to hone our summer classes to 3 stages, 3 skill levels called stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So I'm going to actually share. See if this works. Present, share screen. Let's see if it does it. There we go. Ha. So let's see if it shows it. There we go. So you guys can see it. So this is on our website. It's called, go to cutupandsew.com/kid-classes.html. It's running on the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see it there. And this has all our classes, kids classes in one place. Yes, you can go to the calendar, but I thought it would be a lot easier because they're all over the place. The ones we have right now that are up are for Palm Coast. We are getting the St. Augustine ones up probably in the next week. And then this goes over 2 different months. So we have 9 classes just in Palm Coast. Pretty excited.
And they're really fun classes. I think that's what I'm most excited. Well, I love that there is skill levels because we didn't do that before.
Mm-hmm.
And there were definitely some kids that took a class that they should have been challenged more. I'm sure they had fun, but they so I love this, that it breaks it down. And especially because the parents are going to be looking at this, and parents, your kids, or grandparents, your grandkids, or if you don't, ask the parents or ask the kids, if you sewed with them. So sometimes the kids may say, well, I like this. What's a good example? Pillowcase. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, you've already done one of those. We can do one of those at home. Let's challenge you by making this cool bucket hat or the witches or wizards hat. Mm-hmm. So encourage the kids to try new things.
Well, and the other thing, the reason I did this is easier for kids to kind of pick through the pictures too. So I have the stage 1 as a beginner, someone who's never sewn before, doesn't have a machine. And remember, we have machines for classes. So even if they're in stage 2 or 3 and they don't have a machine or they don't want to bring their machine home, we do have machines here that they can use.
Absolutely.
Stage 2 is the confidence stitcher. So maybe they've taken the class last summer. So they kind of are familiar. They might not know how to thread the needle, but they know how the machine goes. They don't put their fingers under their needle. So that's what I would consider stage 2.
They've made a pillowcase or a drawstring bag, and
So we did put age boundaries on this, but every kid's different. Obviously we're flexible. So, but when we start looking at classes that are geared towards the stage 3 skill sewist, tends to be that 12 and up age group.
Yeah, it's a good, safe age, honestly, and I think it'll help people who haven't been coming to classes a lot. I think it's great that you put ages on there. But I want to just repeat, like, if you have an 8-year-old who you've been sewing with some 6 years, or however old, and they're gifted, and they're like, hey, I'm telling you, like, they're an advanced for their age, they're super advanced. Well, that's fine. We call us, we can put them into the other class.
And you can sign up. Your child best.
Well, that's a good point. You don't even have to call us.
Yeah,
just choose the right class. Yeah,
that's just a reference point.
Okay, cool.
So, and it also, it helps with the teacher to know that they're working with 12-year-olds, and then we throw in an 8-year-old. We're like, the attention span's different. Is what we're trying to say. So
8-year-old's a savant, though. Who knows?
It's true. You never know.
But you're right. The kids, and if you don't, if you're unsure about which one they should be, that's where you just call us and ask. We'll try to guide you in the right one.
So we have 9. I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. So the skinny table runner with coaster. Here, I'm going to take off the screen. So anyway, this is the page, and you can see all the different classes down there below. I'm going to take that off so you can see our wonderful faces and samples. So this is called the skinny table runner. And I put a coaster there because Louise is going to have them warm up on a coaster. It's this little 4-patch coaster, super simple and fun. And then make this little table runner. This is a stage 1 class. It's very cute.
It is very cute. Super cute fabric too. I love this line.
Mm-hmm. And we have fun fabric. So the other thing to keep in mind this year, we've changed the prices because we want our teachers more invested. But you are going to have to be responsible for supplies. The supplies are minimal, but you will. So on every class, there's a supply list just if you're coming to a regular class for an adult.
Yeah.
Well, we have an ice bowl koozie. We have a wizard's hat, first quilt, tote with pockets. This is tote with pockets. So it's got, you're going to be working with webbing, and you'll be making a pocket on the outside and the inside. So this is stage 2. So again, the next step up. There you go.
There's a pocket down in there. You can see it.
That's fun fabric. That fabric glows in the dark.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. We've got the bucket hat, which is stage 2. Karen's teaching that. You can't put that on your head. I could put it on my head. It's big, but I think she said she made the largest size of the kids' pattern. So it looks great. She go to the tea party like that.
Gosh, I got a small head.
That's all right.
Like too big for me. The 8-year-old's hats don't fit me. Oh, gosh. But yeah, this is fun. And you know what? This will challenge them, though.
It will, totally.
This
That's why
isn't
it's stage 2.
Yeah. But it's not, hard is not the right word, but it would challenge them, which is great. Mm-hmm. Because you look at certain things and you go, okay, I can understand how that's going to work. The kid's going to look at it. How in the world are we going to put this together? So what good education.
Yeah, and it's also, because you're doing a circle as well and stitching in a circle versus a straight line.
Yeah. Awesome. Excited for this.
So that's a bucket cap. And the other thing I would have liked to have seen is a clothing piece, because a lot of kids, normally our mid-teen or preteens and our teens, want clothing. So Louise is going to teach a skirt. It's kind of hard to see it, but it does have side pockets. It is an elastic top. There you go, side pockets.
Shad package.
Now that is a stage 3 class. So somebody who's very confident in sewing, can sew a straight line accurately, has owns a machine maybe, or who's taken several classes. And we really want to preference that you need to have a strong knowledge of sewing as a kid, because this is a kid's class. This is not an adult
I know,
class.
adults are going to be like, I want to take that class.
Well, Louise will probably teach another skirt. She actually has a couple skirt patterns she's going to
That's great.
So
that's awesome. I'm so excited. The idea that spawned it was when you were kind of like, are we, choose your own adventure sort of concept, where the kids can look at the images or the samples, pick their own, kind of summer camp. I love this. I think it's awesome.
And that's the best part of our kids classes too. You can bounce around and take all of them or one of them. There's no
commitment to sign up for a whole week. Yeah.
Right. The cool thing I was thinking though is we have a quilt class, we have a bed caddy class, and we have a book pillow. If you take all 3 of those are perfect for accessories for your bedroom.
Oh, you can do up your whole room. That's great.
That's pretty fun.
Oh, that is
fabric
fun.
for all of them if you want it.
Matching fabric, have a whole set.
That's right.
That's cool.
So
I love that.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. So like I said, we still have more coming, but if you bookmark that page that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, you can see the other kids classes as we add them over the next couple of weeks for the summer. And I think what I'll end up doing is keeping that page up to date. So if we do more classes in the fall for fall break, and then
just add it.
Yep, just add to it.
That's great.
It makes it easy for you.
Denise, yeah, I mean, kids classes are just, for me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, we always talk about, we got to create a new generation of sewer. And how do you do that? You get them excited about sewing. You actually let them, if they don't have a machine, let them use a machine that's going to just allow them to play. Don't go buy them a toy at Walmart, because it's going to frustrate them. Right. So give them the right tools, let them just enjoy, create an environment that's fun and safe and welcoming, and the rest is history. Hopefully that's the plan. So yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, just anybody who's got a kid.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Tell your neighbors. I mean, if you don't have kids or grandkids, pass it on. Your love of sewing to somebody else.
If somebody has a connection in a school, I'll just throw this out there. I would love a chance to give you just a flyer that talks about, it gives the information. So maybe you can go up on a bulletin board or something. So anybody who has any connection to kids, homeschool groups, yes, please reach out to me so I can get you some information for them, or even better, an introduction.
Right.
Oof, that's even better. So I'd love it.
Yeah, we're doing stuff for the Girl Scouts. We're doing stuff for MIT. We're out there.
Yeah, Girl Scouts are this Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Almost forgot, didn't you?
I'll worry about that on Sunday.
Okay. You got 24 hours.
Exactly.
So I just want to touch base on some other classes. We've got our normal clubs coming up here in Palm Coast, but in St. Augustine we have. Did those patterns come in for RJ's class?
Yeah, they're up there.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have left them here. But anyway, we have our first bag pattern or class with RJ, who's doing it by Zoom.
Saya, and he posted pictures, so we could probably snag one of those from him.
Yeah, I would love to see that bag in person. But it's beautiful. Anyway,
RJ, come see us.
That's right. Come on in, even though there's no Tulip Club today.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Tulip,
the bag.
No EPP today, guys. Please don't come. Well, you can come, but
virtually
it's all virtual.
Yeah. Tula only?
Yeah.
Yeah. So RJ, just to back up real quick, is a very skilled bag maker. We have not had him teach for us yet, but we're really excited to add him to the team. And when you see his bags, you'll understand what we're talking about. It's beautiful, top notch. Yeah, it's incredible. Mm-hmm. And it's cool because we love Bianni. And we love, what's the other one? Sally Tomato. You know, we carry a lot of that stuff. So I'm excited. Lynn's Handmade is something new for us. So I ordered a handful of patterns. We're waiting for some hardware to come in. I realized it didn't come in, but I ordered a bunch. So we kind of had this Lynn's Handmade sort of corner.
Well, that's up there.
In theory, it's on the other side of this wall.
Oh, well, I should have grabbed a little bit.
But it's just patterns.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just new stuff. You know, a lot of bag makers, and so we want to introduce you to new things. So I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. But there's still spots available. So it's 2-day workshop. It is I would call it more of an intimate. So, but if you've ever done a bianni bag, you could do this bag. If you've never done any bags, I don't recommend it.
It's definitely, it's not a beginner. It's confident beginner at best.
Right.
But again, that's so subjective.
Right. True.
So I hate that. But you're right. If you've done a bianni bag or you've successfully made some bags, come on in. Right. Sign up. And it's at the St. Augustine store. You already said the date. But
it's the 10th and the 11th, right? Next the 11th and 12th. It's Friday and Saturday. So it's a workshop. So it's over 2 days. So you'll have plenty of time to really get one-on-one with RJ and get your bag made. Yeah.
And I'll just say something about the St. Augustine. If you haven't been to the St. Augustine store and seen the classroom, it is cozy. Mm-hmm. We had an event where we had long arms in there and 10 people, and it worked.
That's amazing.
It was tight, but again, everybody's going to. When you go to classes, you're there to have fun and to learn.
And everybody showers the day of class. It's okay.
That's right. And we don't put too much perfume on, right, ladies?
Please.
But where I was going with that is I love the classes that we're scheduling for St. Augustine because I like small classes. You get more one-on-one time with the educator. You get to actually talk to the people. You make friends. I just like that environment. I love it when we have a packed house. Like today, it's going to be insane. But it's a different type of fun, you know? Right. And so I love the education you really get with those small classes. So that's what I'm so excited for the opportunities at St. Augustine.
Right. And yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to fill up we're trying to get those classes up there in St. Augustine. And it's a Saturday class. People are asking for Saturday class. This is another perfect thing. So
Cassie, Anna, St. Augustine's not that far. I'm calling them out because we know they work. I know, I love them. They always do. But they're the ones that always pop in my head for Saturday classes.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
And Linda, by the way, you're absolutely right. We love it. We have classes for all ages.
Right. Exactly. I thought that was a lot.
Felt like a lot. 9:30.
Yeah.
We got some stuff to do.
We have a lot to do.
Tamara did all the work.
She
I'll be
did,
honest with you. It's
true.
amazing. But yeah, we're excited. So just to recap, National Serger Month. So if you've been just kind of thinking about toying with the idea of getting a serger, you're just not sure how much you'd use it or how much to invest, come in and see us. Go to the Serger Club. Mm-hmm. Go to the Serger Squad in St. Augustine, the Serger Club in Palm Coast. Come in and touch these things. Feel them. Let us sit down and show you that threading them is no longer a problem. And then look at the classes because that's how you really grow that.
Well, I think a lot of people's like, what do you need a serger for? So that's a good question. So garment sewing, and there are so many ways to quilt with a serger now. People have been very creative. We have our own Carrie. She does amazing things with the serger with quilting. So you can use it for anything.
Sergers are faster. Mm-hmm. They make a stronger stitch. It used to be we use sergers for clothes and that's it. Mm-hmm. Not anymore. Days are over.
Right.
You can use any single spool of thread I have on the wall.
Yep.
So now, I mean, look at that's a serger. Come on. That's crazy. So sergers. Why do I need a serger? I don't know if need is the right word. Why would you want a serger? So many reasons. So many reasons.
If you're an embroiderer, which means you have an embroidery machine, you should have a serger.
And I'll be honest with you, the type of sewing, you guys know what kind of sewing I do. The only reason I want a serger or I have a serger is because I don't like binding. So I just do that sweet wave stitch to finish off every piece I do.
Yes. Truth.
Serger, done. Check. But anyway, it's exciting. So, and we're going to have some really good bundles for all the brands for sergers, and you're going to get some discounts on serger feet and stuff. So just keep that in mind, especially this month. Right. And don't forget the 22nd is not only Earth Day, it's a birthday.
It's a birthday.
Birthday.
That's right. So.
And then go to the cutupandsew.com and just look at the classes and really look ahead. And especially for the kiddos, I'd love to see you guys. I just hate for anybody to miss out, but the spots are limited. So make sure you're looking ahead and getting them signed up ASAP.
And I'm also going to toss a little tidbit out there. July's classes, there's more July classes, I think, right now than we have in April because we have Christmas in July. And so we've got Bonnie's tree up there again. And I think the tree skirt one's up. There's a whole bunch of, so just start again. Always look forward in the classes because they're up there.
And July gets crazy because we're not here. So they do whatever they want. So there's all sorts of wheeling and dealing going down, the whole why the boss is away, whatever. But no, it's really fun. But you just skipped over possibly the most important thing.
We got lots of classes in June too.
It's October. It's basically October, June. It's Halloween in June. It's the June Spooktacular. Is that
Jamboree?
Jamboree. That's what it was. So we got a lot coming, but I can break my werewolf out real soon. That's awesome.
All right, guys. You have a great Saturday. We'll see you Monday morning at 9 o'clock for So What's Up.
That's right. And actually at 9 a.m. on So What's Up, we've got a special guest. We're gonna Zoom someone in. We're gonna have a virtual guest from one of the brands that we carry that we love that we don't talk enough about. So what better way to talk about it? Have the person that knows it best talk about it.
That's right. Awesome.
So that's gonna be exciting.
Yep. And Joanne won't be here, so it'll be me.
It'll be us.
It'll be us again.
Yep, that's right. And we'll see you all for our tea party very soon.
All right. You guys have a great weekend. Class dismissed.
Perfect.